Do you rush through a meal and eat it so quickly you don't even really realize how much you ate? Or are you sort of mindlessly sticking your hand into a bag of chips and you don't even know you ate the whole thing until you reach your hand in there that final time and there's nothing in there? Yeah, Pamela and Nance here, diet-free weight loss coach, and I'm here today to talk to you about my second tip as it relates to my 8 Petal Path to Inner-Lightenment, diet-free weight loss, a personal transformational journey. Tip number 2 in my 8 Petal Path is to slow everything down. We cannot connect with our body's innate wisdom, which is the journey that I take my clients on, if we are rushing through our food. We also are not getting the sense of pleasure, basically the chemical dopamine hits, the leptin hormone that tells us we're sated and that we've had enough, if we are mindlessly scarfing our food down. If you are grabbing into a bag from the fast food drive-through window and you're just driving down the road and you're eating, so much attention has to go into driving. Maybe you're listening to something on the radio, maybe you're having a conversation, and you're not tuning into your body. Hence, 75% of Americans are obese or overweight. There are reasons for this. We're not getting the pleasure that we're meant to get out of food, so we keep seeking it, and we're not paying attention while we're eating. So we keep seeking it, and we become more and more overweight and less satisfied with our lives. So in my second petal, in my 8 Petal Path, I ask people to slow down. So how does that look? First off, before you eat, slow down and ask yourself, am I physically hungry? Or is there something else that you might be hungry for? Are you having a spiritual, emotional, mental, creative hunger pain that's looking to be fed? Are you really needing a conversation, or to create a piece of art, or to listen to music, or to play your guitar, but you're reaching for the easy fix, which is food, which is always right there, which is so easy to get, which we're so accustomed to getting? So the very first part in slowing down is just to slow down and say, am I even hungry? That's the first part of the slowdown. If you then determine that you are, then when you get your food, whether you are preparing it or someone made it for you or you did go through the drive-through, you need to stop, smell the food, look at the food. If you did go through the drive-through, can you pull over and park in a park, or even in the parking lot, or somewhere where you can just park and focus on your food? If you took the food home, can you put it on a plate so you're not just eating out of a wrapper? Like, make it a bit of a sacred ritual, because here's the thing. When we eat, we are taking the earth, the elements of the earth, into our bodies. So we want to recognize that this is a sacred act, and without doing this, we would not be alive. So take a moment, give some gratitude. Digestion is already starting when you are looking at the food and smelling the food. The stomach is getting primed, the enzymes are getting ready. So take this moment, say a prayer of gratitude, maybe even take a deep breath, especially if you have been stressed and you've been rushing all day. Taking a couple of deep breaths can help you to get into your parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system so that your body can fully receive the food. Then when you take a bite, put down your fork or put down your hamburger or whatever you're eating and really chew it well. Research shows that people only chew their bites an average of 3 to 5 chews. That's not enough. So this food is getting into the stomach, and then the stomach is having to do more work, and it's not getting fully digested. So we have our teeth for a reason, and that reason is to smash the food into little particles. Plus, in the mouth, it gets combined with an enzyme that starts breaking down the starch components of the food right in the mouth. So chew it well. Try You know, when you're originally practicing this, go ahead and count your bites in silence. Try to get 15 or 20 bites out of each, 15 or 20 chews out of each bite that you put into your mouth. Make this a practice. And then swallow the food before you put the next bite in. I know this was a big one for me when I was first learning this in my journey of losing 60 pounds without dieting. I had this habit of wanting to put the next bite in before I had swallowed the bite that was in my mouth. So now I practice swallowing the bite and then put another bite in. This is really key too, because it takes some time for the stomach and the brain to have the connection, to have the hormones, where the body says, the stomach tells the brain, I've had enough. So if you're taking longer to chew and you're setting down the fork, then you can really tune into your stomach to see if you have had enough food. And this is really the secret to losing weight without dieting, is that you need to eat an amount of food that is just right for your body. And most of us, I would say 75% of us, because that's how many adults are overweight or obese in America today, never got that memo. Did anyone ever tell you just to eat when you're hungry and stop when you've had just enough? I never got that memo. So slowing down the process is really going to help you get in touch with your body and eat just the right amount of food. And it's also going to register in your brain as having had a pleasurable experience. So you're not going to be a food heat-seeking missile getting up and going to the pantry an hour after you ate. So that's the tip I have for you today. If you would like to see the full 8-Petal Path to Inner-Lightenment, you can go to my website, bloomfromwithinwellness.com. Check it out. You can also send me an email from there if you'd like to have a conversation about this stuff. This is what I do all day long. It's my favorite topic. I struggled for 45 years with dieting, gaining and losing hundreds of pounds many times. And now I am diet-free and loving it, 60 pounds down. So let me know if I can help you. That's my greatest desire. I want to free everyone. All right, tip number 2. Tune in for tip number 3. That'll be later. All right, bye.